Are you totally sick of wasting time, money, and your last ounce of energy on weeknight dinners? Well, you are in the right place. We are about to unlock the secret to turning your freezer into the most powerful tool you have in your kitchen. You know the feeling. It's 5 p.m., you just walk through the door after a crazy long day, you are completely drained, and you're just staring into the fridge with zero inspiration. We have all been there, right? That little pit in your stomach when you realize you have no plan.
And that's when you hear it, that little voice in your head, the siren song of the delivery app. I mean, it's so easy, it's fast, but let's be real, it's also expensive, and it's usually not the healthiest option. That convenience, it's costing you big time, both your wallet and your health goals.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. Freezer meals? No thanks. I've been down that road, and it ended with a mushy, bland, and honestly kind of sad dinner. And you know what? You're not wrong. A bad freezer meal is a terrible thing, but that's only because you haven't been using the right strategy.
So this is where we completely change the game. We're going to shift from the problem to the solution. Freezer-friendly batch cooking. And this isn't just about throwing giant portions of food into the freezer. Nope. This is about cooking smarter, to create amazing meals that are ready to go whenever you are.
So what's the real payoff here? Well, imagine spending just a couple of hours cooking on a Sunday, and in return, you get back 5 precious hours during your crazy busy week. Think about that. That's more time for your family, for relaxing, or just for yourself.
And oh, it gets even better. When you're the one in charge of the meals, you control everything. The ingredients, the salt, the portion sizes, you're in the driver's seat. Plus, buying in bulk for these recipes, it's way, way cheaper than those last-minute grocery runs or that nightly takeout habit.
And here's a benefit most people don't even think about. You know those sad-looking vegetables wilting away in your crisper drawer? Batch cooking lets you turn all those perishable ingredients into delicious, long-lasting meals before they even have a chance to go bad. It's a huge win for your wallet and for the planet.
Okay, so how do we dodge those freezer meal disasters from the past? It really all comes down to a few golden rules. Seriously, these are the secrets to making sure your food tastes just as incredible after reheating as it did the day you cooked it.
So golden rule number 1, not all ingredients are created equal when it comes to the freezer. Some things are just a recipe for disaster. High-fat dairy, like heavy cream, it can separate and get grainy. Delicate greens, they'll turn slimy. And fully cooked pasta, absolute mush. The trick is to make smart swaps. Use coconut milk instead of cream. Save those fresh herbs to garnish after you reheat. And always, always undercook your pasta a little if it's going into the freezer.
All right, the next rule is just as important. Your container is king. The right container can literally make or break your meal. Glass containers are fantastic for single servings that can go straight from the freezer to the oven. For soups and stews, heavy-duty zip-top bags are a total game changer. Just freeze them flat on a baking sheet to save a ton of space. Then you can stack them like books. And for those big family-style lasagnas, aluminum pans are your absolute best friend. It's all about matching the food to the right container. Okay, theory is great and all, but now it is time for the proof. Let's dive into 5 totally foolproof recipes that are practically designed to be frozen and reheated, and they come out tasting amazing every single time. So here it is, your freezer meal starting lineup. We've got everything you could want. We've got slow cooker pulled chicken, a hearty chili, classic baked ziti, some grab-and-go breakfast burritos, and of course, meatballs and sauce. Every single one of these is a total winner. First up, pulled chicken or pork. The absolute magic here is the slow cooker. It makes the meat so unbelievably tender and moist that it stands up perfectly to being frozen and reheated. You can portion it out, and just like that, you have the base for instant tacos, sandwiches, or protein bowls. Next up, chili. This one's a classic for a reason. Not only does the texture hold up perfectly, but the flavors actually get better. They get deeper and richer in the freezer. And here's a little pro tip for you. If you're using dried beans, just undercook them slightly, because they'll soften up a bit more when you reheat the chili later. The mighty casserole. A baked ziti or lasagna, these are freezer champions because their dense, layered structure helps them reheat so evenly. But, and this is the crucial part, you have to assemble the whole thing, but freeze it before you bake it. That one step is the secret to preventing the pasta from getting overcooked and mushy when you finally heat it up for dinner. For those chaotic mornings, these breakfast burritos are an absolute lifesaver. The tortilla acts like a perfect little sleeping bag for the filling, protecting it. Now, the most important tip here, avoid watery ingredients inside the burrito. Things like fresh tomatoes or too much salsa. Just serve those on the side to keep everything from getting soggy.
And finally, a true classic, meatballs. Ground meat freezes exceptionally well, but the real secret is to store them directly in the sauce. This is what locks in all that moisture and flavor. So when you're ready to eat, you just heat the whole thing up and serve it over some fresh pasta or rice. It'll taste like it's been simmering for hours.
So, you've done all the hard work. You've prepped, you've cooked, you've frozen. But don't stumble at the finish line. Now we've got the final critical step, reheating. Doing this right is the difference between a delicious meal and a disappointing one. First up, let's talk about thawing. The best method, the gold standard, is to just move your meal from the freezer to the fridge a day or two before you plan to eat it. This preserves the texture perfectly. Now, if you're in a pinch, you can use a cold water bath for liquids like soup or chili, but please never, ever use hot water. Once it's thawed, it's time to choose your reheating weapon. The oven is your best friend for casseroles. It gives you that nice, even heat and a crispy top. The stovetop is perfect for gently reheating soups and stews. Just go low and slow. And the microwave? It's great for speed on single servings. Just remember to stir halfway through to avoid those dreaded hot and cold spots. And here it is, my favorite final secret to making any freezer meal taste like you just made it from scratch. Right before you serve it, add something fresh. A sprinkle of parsley, a squeeze of lemon juice, maybe a dollop of sour cream or some fresh cheese. This one simple step brightens everything up and makes it taste incredible.
So you see, at the end of the day, mastering your freezer isn't about being some perfect gourmet chef. Not at all. It's about smart preparation. It's really about giving your future self the gift of a delicious, home-cooked meal, even on the most ridiculously hectic days.
By using these strategies, you can literally stock your freezer with amazing meals that are going to save you time, stress, and money week after week. So the only question left is, are you ready to transform your weeknights from total chaos to total calm?